My name is Skyler. Welcome to the Dyed Red Initiative, Volume 1, Liberty and All Its Wanderings. This is my silly hat. When I wear the silly hat, things are about to get very serious. And you know, there's not enough serious stuff in objectivist talkings, circles, and squares. No one else is going to subject themselves to such a majestic display. Now are they? I'm going to be reading the Bible. Now you might ask yourself, but Skyler, why would an objectivist read the Bible? Because I never have. And most people probably haven't either. So I'm gonna do it. We're gonna make this interesting. This isn't just gonna be a lecture. This isn't just gonna be a, oh, here's what happened and here's why. The flood never happened in the first place. Because there's enough of that on the internet already. You can look it up. No. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna have a few counters here. Hopefully there are graphics. No. And we're going to keep tally of certain things as we go through the book. So one of them will be what I might call God's force, where God inserts himself into a situation that normally doesn't have him involved in it. Now, I know what you're gonna say. It's the Bible. He's in from before the beginning. So every situation would have him in it, yes, but take an example where two people are having a conflict and God decides to strike one down at a random point in the story rather than have the characters, face their conflicts head on. Did you notice the jump cut? This is the kind of quality content you guys are going to be getting. Because I forgot what my counters were. So, as far as the counters go, we're going to have God's force, like I already mentioned. We will also have immorality, something that happens that is condoned by the Bible, that is not good. The other will be sex sucks, basically anything that condemns sex or sexual practices. The other counter will be called poetics, lines which sound really good, either in context or out of context. Maybe a beautiful descriptive passage. The others is not too shabby, maybe an actual decent message. I don't know how much of that we'll see, but you never know. It might not be too shabby after all. The final counter I have so far is called the lineage list. Basically, anytime the book stops its plot to go through a family tree, people traveling from this place to that place, and just stopping the story to list something. Now, as far as we're going to be reading the books, because, it's not a history, it's not a novel, it's its own thing, I'm not taking it as scripture. I'm just going to be looking at each book, say, hey, Genesis says this. This is the main point of this book. And going through down the list. It'll probably not be very cohesive because the book isn't cohesive. The entire edition of something like Psalms, or from what I've heard, Leviticus, completely destroys any type of narrative cohesion. So, I have a few newer copies of the Bible from like the New International Translation, and I've talked to people who say, oh, just read it like a story, like this grand adventure, when you can't, because it's just not written that way. It's a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to take each book as its own thing and judge it accordingly. See what's its main idea, what does it add or subtract to the experience. Is there anything good to be had about any of it?
No.